5 times every day, God invites you to the most important meeting in your life. The question is, do you know what's being said? In the previous episode, we reached the highest point of the prayer through the lowest posture. The servant placed his face upon the earth before his Lord, proclaiming Subḥāna Rabbiyal-Aʿlā. But sujood is not only a posture of humility, it's also the place where the Prophet ﷺ encouraged us to fill our prayer with supplication. Let us continue exploring the words he taught us to say in this closest moment between the servant and his Lord. Sometimes the Prophet ﷺ would say, Allahumma laka sajadtu وبك آمنت ولك أسلمت سجد وجهي للذي خلقه وشق سمعه وبصره تبارك الله أحسن الخالقين. To you I have prostrated, in you I have believed, to you I have submitted. My face has prostrated to the one who created it and brought forth its hearing and its sight. Blessed is Allah, the best of creators. Notice how every sentence naturally leads to the next. To you I have prostrated. The action belongs to Allah alone. In you I have believed. The action comes from certainty. To you I have submitted. Faith has become surrender. Then you say, Sajada wajhi. My face has prostrated. He didn't simply say I have prostrated. He specifically mentioned the face, because the face is the most honored part of the body, the part people protect most carefully, the part by which they are known, the part through which pride often enters the heart. Now it rests upon the earth before the one who created it. Then you remember something even deeper. To the one who created it and brought forth its hearing and its sight. Even the face you lower, the eyes and the ears by which you perceive the world, none of them belong to you. They were entrusted to you by God. The one before whom you prostrate is the very one who fashioned every feature of your face and every faculty by which you perceive the entire world. You conclude, Tabarakallahu ahsanul khaliqeen. Again, Tabarak is more than blessed. It's the affirmation that every blessing originates from Him alone, belongs to Him alone, and continually flows from Him without end. He is ahsanul khaliqeen, the most perfect of creators. Every created beauty points back to the perfection of its creator. Every act of creation reflects his limitless wisdom. This is why sujood is the place where the Prophet ﷺ encouraged us to ask Allah abundantly. After filling the heart with greatness, recognizing your complete dependence upon Him, and remembering that even your own face is His creation, the heart is finally ready to ask with complete humility. After the first prostration, you rise, but only briefly. This short setting between the two prostrations is one of the quietest moments of the prayer, yet it contains some of the most comprehensive supplications. The Prophet ﷺ would say, Rabbi ghfirli warhamni wajburni wahdini warzuqni wa'afini. My Lord, forgive me, have mercy upon me, mend me, guide me, provide for me, and grant me well-being. Notice that every request builds upon the one before it. You begin by Rabbi ghfirli, my Lord, forgive me. You address Him as Rabb, the one who nurtures you, cares for you, guides you, and brings His servant to his perfection. The first thing you ask from your Lord is forgiveness, because every lasting good begins with the removal of sin. A heart weighed down by sin cannot fully benefit from the blessing that flow. Then comes warhamni, have mercy upon me. Forgiveness removes what stands between you and your Lord. Mercy brings you everything that draws you closer to Him. Allah's mercy is not limited to overlooking sins. Every blessing in this life and the next is ultimately a manifestation of His mercy. Then comes one of the most beautiful words in the entire prayer, wajburni, and mend me. There is no single English word that can fully capture the meaning of jabr. The original meaning is to restore what has been broken, to set a broken bone back into place until it becomes whole again. From this same root comes one of Allah's beautiful names, Al-Jabbar. When the name is used for people, it often carries a negative meaning of tyranny and compulsion. But when it attributed to God, it reveals a perfection unlike anything found in creation. Yes, He possesses irresistible authority over all things. Nothing escapes His decree, nothing overcomes His will. Yet His irresistible power is inseparable from His mercy. He restores what no one else can restore. He mends broken hearts. He heals wounded souls. He strengthens those weakened by hardship. He raises those who have fallen. He completes what's deficient. There are wounds that no physician can cure, questions that no friend can answer, loneliness that no companion can remove. Only Allah knows every fracture hidden within the human heart. That is why this supplication is so comprehensive. Rather than asking Allah to solve one particular problem, you ask Him to restore everything within you, even the parts yourself have not yet discovered. Then comes Wahdini, guide me. Notice how naturally the supplication progresses. After forgiveness, after mercy, after restoration, you still ask for guidance. Because none of these blessings can bear fruit without Allah continually directing you toward what pleases Him. Guidance is not a single event, it's a lifelong gift. Every correct decision, every act of sincerity, every moment of patience, every victory over temptation, every increase in knowledge, every step toward paradise, all of it depends upon guidance that only Allah can grant. Then comes warzuqni, provide for me. Most people immediately think of wealth when they hear the word rizq, but the Qur'an and the Sunnah teaches us the provision is far broader than money. Beneficial knowledge is a provision. A tranquil heart is a provision. A righteous spouse is a provision. Faith is a provision. Contentment is a provision. Time used wisely is a provision. Health, children, good friends, a sincere intention. Every blessing that strengthens your religion and improves your worldly affairs is part of Allah's provision. And because only Allah knows which provision will truly bring you nearer to Him, you do not restrict your request. You simply ask Him to provide. His wisdom chooses what's best. Among the scholars, few words in the language of supplication are considered more comprehensive than afiyah. It's far richer than merely asking for health. It means to be protected before harm reaches you, to be spared rather than merely cured, to enjoy faith before being tested with doubt, health before illness, security before fear, stability before hardship. It's well-being in your religion, well-being in your body, well-being in your family, your mind, your wealth, your reputation, your heart, your relationship with Allah. Many scholars described afiyah as one of the greatest blessings a servant can ever receive, because it preserves every other blessing Allah has already granted. Without afiyah, well-being, every great blessing becomes difficult to enjoy. Notice how complete this supplication truly is. You ask Allah to remove what harms you, sins, to bring you what benefits you, mercy, to repair what has broken, jabr, to guide you, to guide what has become uncertain, to provide what lack. There is hardly a need in this world or the next that doesn't find a place within these few words. Then you return to sujood once more. This repetition itself teaches an important lesson. Drawing close to God is not achieved through a single moment of humility. The servant returns again he lowers his face, again he glorifies Allah, again he asks, because the heart never outgrows its need for its Lord. The believer doesn't become independent through worship, he becomes increasingly aware of his dependence. Only after completing these cycles of standing, listening, bowing, raising, prostrating, and supplicating do you finally sit for tashahhud. For the first time since the prayer began, the body's movement come to rest. Silence settles over the limbs. Only the tongue and the heart continue the conversation. The prayer now enters its final dialogue. Unlike every previous remembrance in the prayer, the tashahhud is unique. Until now, every statement has either glorified Allah, praised Him, or sought His help. Now the prayer teaches you how to address Him with the etiquette of those honored enough to stand before their king. You begin saying, At-tahiyyatu lillah wa salawat wa tayyibat. All greetings, all acts of devotion, and all pure words belong to Allah. The prayer begins exactly where Tawheed always begins, by affirming that every form of ultimate reverence belongs to Allah alone. At-tahiyyat includes every expression of honor, reverence, majesty, and glorification. Then comes salawat. This includes every act of worship offered in devotion, every prayer, every bowing, every prostration, every sacrifice, every act by which a servant seeks nearness to his Lord. All of this belongs exclusively to Allah. Then comes tayyibat. Every pure word, every beautiful remembrance, every sincere praise, every righteous deed, Everything pure ultimately belongs to Allah because He is pure and accepts only what's pure. Notice how comprehensive this opening is. Honor belongs to Him. Worship belongs to Him. Every pure word belongs to Him. Nothing remains outside His right. Then you say, Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabi wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you, O Prophet, and the mercy of Allah and His blessings. This is not worship of the Prophet, nor it's directing prayer toward him. Rather, it's a supplication that Allah grant His messenger peace, mercy, and blessing. Even in the greatest act of worship, the believer remembers the one through whom Allah taught him how to worship. Our gratitude to the messenger is expressed through obedience, love, and consistent supplication for him. Then your supplication expands beyond one individual. Assalamu alayna wa ala ibadillahi as-salihin. Peace be upon us and all the righteous servants of Allah. The Prophet ﷺ informed us that when a servant says these words, they reach every righteous servant in the heavens and the earth. The prayer is no longer confined to yourself. It embraces every righteous believer whom Allah has honored. Then comes the testimony that has quietly shaped every movement since the prayer began. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. I bear witness that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah. Notice that the prayer doesn't merely ask you to say these words, it asks you to bear witness. A witness speaks from knowledge, from certainty, from direct conviction. Every posture in the prayer has shaped your heart to renew this testimony with deeper understanding than when you first entered the prayer. Then you continue, وَأَشْهَدُ أَنَّ مُحَمَّدًا عَبْدُهُ وَرَسُولُهُ. And I bear witness that Muhammad is His servant and His messenger. The Prophet ﷺ is mentioned first as His servant before His messenger. This order is profound. His greatest honor was not prophethood alone. It was perfect servitude of God. The closer a servant comes to Allah, the greater his honor becomes. That is why God describes His messenger as His servant at the greatest moments of his life, the night journey, the revelation of the Qur'an, and throughout the acts of worship that defines Islam. This is the highest station a human being can attain. After tashahhud comes one of the greatest acts of gratitude a believer can perform. Sending prayer upon the Prophet, you say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallayta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid wa barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. This is known as the Ibrahimiyya prayer. Every Muslim recites it countless times throughout his life. It reminds us that the message of Muhammad ﷺ is not separate from the message of Ibrahim ﷺ. Rather, it is its completion and perfection. Both prophets called humanity to the worship of the one true God. Both invited mankind to sincerity. Both embodied complete submission of God. By mentioning them together, the prayer reminds us that Islam is one continuous message carried by the prophets throughout history. The prayer now reaches its conclusion. You turn your head to the right, you say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Then to the left, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. You enter the prayer declaring Allah's greatness. You leave it by spreading peace. Throughout the prayer, your heart has been purified. Your understanding has been corrected. Your dependence upon God has been renewed. You have praised Him, glorified Him, remembered Him, supplicated to Him, renewed your covenant with Him. Now you return to the world carrying that remembrance with you. The prayer was never meant transforming only a few minutes spent standing before God. It was meant to transform everything that comes after it. Every sincere prayer leaves traces upon the heart. It weakens the attachments to the temporary, strengthens the attachment to the eternal, reminds you who your Lord is, reminds you who you are, and reminds you why you were created. When the next prayer arrives, the journey begins again, not because the previous prayer was insufficient, but because the human heart constantly needs to return to its Lord. 5 times every day, Allah calls His servants back to Him. 5 opportunities to realign the heart. 5 opportunities to renew Tawheed. Remember that true peace is never found in this world itself. It's found only with the one who created it. Assalamu alaikum.